Welcome back, everybody, to the weekend show where I'll be doing technical analysis on big mega cap stocks. So, before we get started, please hit that like button, and that is greatly appreciated. And if you're new here, definitely consider subscribing. Now, if you want to get all the trade ideas, especially trade ideas like these ones that we took just on Friday alone, hitting out of the park, massive gains on Friday, definitely check out my link down below in the description for Patreon. Now, what do we have next week? Well, lots of earnings that's going to tell us about the economy. We got Home Depot, we got Target, we got Lowe's, we got Walmart, and then we got BJ's. We also have the biggest earnings on earth, which is Nvidia, coming right after closing on Wednesday night. Now, fear and greed index sitting on extreme fear 22 right now. The number is, so we'll see how that plays out going into Monday morning. Now, what do we have? Friday, we had a gap down, and then Dow was down still for the day, 0.65%. Nasdaq came back up in the green, 0.13%. S&P flat, and Russell going up 0.29%. Advancing, you can see about 40%. Then you got declining 56% for the day. And now I think we need to talk about Google. Google stock is down 0.77%, and you guys saw that news. Warren Buffett coming out and buying Google shares, and we got the news after hour, and this thing popped 4%. So, regardless of who's buying and how much they're buying, he bought Oxy shares before it popped, and then everything was gone to the downside once again. So, these are long-term investors just because they bought news is just playing, this game here in the market where this thing popped 4%. But trust me, it can go a little bit higher. But I think in the short term, you will see within a couple of weeks coming down and closing these gaps down here on Google stock. So we're trading in this range. Bottom of this range is 277 and the top is 292. We break over 292 come Monday, we have a little bit more juice left in the tank for possibly 295 to 300. But if this thing breaks below and opens below 292, watch out for the support at 285. That gives up. You're likely to come back at 280 to 277 right here, bottom of this range. And if that gives up, we also have support down here at 275, 20-day moving average. And below that, it's in no man's land. It will come down and close these gaps down here at 262.51 and then 255.86 on Google. On Apple, stock is down 0.20%. So Apple, once again, we shorted on Friday, and boy, oh boy, this thing delivered again. The money was there, it came back, gave back from almost 276, came down to 272. So that was a decent pullback for just one session. So Apple here, another one that I think, it just a matter of time where this thing is topping and it will come down and close some of these gaps to the downside. You can see a lot of consolidation, market going down, market going up, market not doing anything, and this thing is just also consolidating, not really going down or going up in a huge way. So Apple here, a key level to watch that 272.70, which is actually we're actually below that level. Now the key support to watch 268.31, 20-day moving average that gives up. You're likely to come down and close this gap at 264, and from there possibly will come down to 259. To the upside, we need to get over 270. 4, I would say 274 would be the key level. If we can clear that and hold over that level, we might see 277 again and maybe even a push up to 280. On AMD, it's down 0.46%, came all the way down to, you can see the support 235, bounced back up to 253, and then gave it all back, came back down. Now, one thing I want to point out, if you see this channel right on my screen, we went back into the channel, we got rejected, and we're back out from that channel right now. So that means one thing, we do have earnings from Nvidia, and a lot depends on that earnings. So if this thing gets under 242, takes out 235, it will likely to come down and retest 226. And below that, Bollinger Band starts to come down. Guess what? We have a massive gap down here. And we all know the same eyes are pumping nonstop. So it can possibly, take a rest and come back and cool off a little bit here. To the upside now, there will be resistance here at 248. If we can clear that, watch out for a move possibly back up to 255 to 257 inside this channel, or at least bottom of this channel right here on AMD. On Microsoft, it's up 1.37%. So Microsoft was the only one that I actually missed on Friday. Out of all these big names, it came down below 500, and I was looking at it just because of this double top pattern. And the moment this thing takes out this neckline, I was really like, it's probably gonna go down even more. And guess what? They fooled everybody here on Microsoft. This thing, the volume showed up, and look at the candle here. I mean, this was bear flagging clearly here and still bear flagging, you can see, but this thing came right back up, did not go under that neckline, not under that 492, 493 zone, came right back up and now holding over the 5-day moving average right here at 508. So 508, a key level to watch. It can go up to 514, 517, and if this thing gets over 517, we're definitely going back up to close this gap at 536.73. If it goes under 508, watch out for the key support at 500 and then 492 on Microsoft. And then we can talk about possibly more downside. We have a bunch of gaps down here, which is, really unlikely right now to talk about because it's still holding over 500. On Meta, it's absolutely flat on the day, came under 600. It bounced and then went back up to 614. You can see just close to 614, got the rejection and now trading at 609. So Meta, I mean, this could be the one that is still oversold and it's due for a big bounce, but you can see the volume is not there. Once we get more volume, this thing can hold up. You will see a massive bounce, but as of right now, come Monday morning, 600 has to hold. Otherwise, you can see the lower Bollinger Band pointing down to 558, 551. And if this thing continues to dump, it can definitely get there at some point before getting that significant bounce. 614 breaks, 614 to 615, 5-day moving average. It can push up to this high right here, 628 to even 639 right here. On Amazon, stock is down 1.22%. So Amazon looks like it wants to come down and close this gap from earnings to 28, and it's just happening too quick, guys. You can see from 258 and this thing not really holding up, and now it looks like it's gonna come down here. You can see it did find support here at 232. Why? This was the previous rejection and the gap over that's why it's holding up. So 232 would be key level to watch. Below that, watch out for the gap full reversal at 228.44. We also have confluence from this 50-day moving average sitting at 228.70. To the upside, 236 now the level to break. If we can get over that, you'll see 238 to 242, and then we can talk about possibly going back up and retesting that all-time high once again. On Tesla stock, it's up 0.59%. So Tesla was down 5% pre-market by the time I got into Tesla, and this thing was fantastic Friday. We were doing live trading in my Discord, and this was really good. I mean, couldn't even catch down here at 382. I think I got in at 393-ish. Still, those same day expiration went up over 300%. I think I got 90 or 110%, something like that. I forgot exactly what the number was, but this thing exploded, went back up almost inside the chop box, and then got the rejection, came back, and now trading just over 400. So, there will be some support right here around that 397 to 400 level. If that thing gives up that level, watch out. I mean, we did close this gap at 396. Now it can come down and close this gap. There will be support at 375 and then 369, which is the gap fill reversal here on Tesla. Definitely out of the box. So if this thing wants to go back in, if this is actually a fake move to the downside, and those 500 call buyers definitely holding a bag, if they're still holding, it needs to go back inside this box and possibly gaps over it, which is at 414. If that happens, you're going to see 426 to 432, and then only then we can talk about more upside on Tesla. On Nvidia, it's up 1.77%. It was down 3% early morning pre-market Friday, and that was a gift for Friday, guys. I mean, one of the amazing Friday we had. I mean, this thing on live, I took all these calls here on Nvidia, and this thing popped. I mean, from 180 right out of the gate where we got calls. Look at where it went. 191, got the rejection and holding 190, which is a bullish case, especially going into earnings. But now this week I would avoid Nvidia. Why? Because of this earnings, which can actually shift the market. So try to avoid, at least if you're trading, trade it tomorrow and then close your position by end of the day. Do not go and trade Tuesday and Wednesday because a lot of people don't even know the IV factor on these options, and it's going to be volatile week this week. Expected move on SPY and Triple Q is massive, more than what we had last week. And VIX is sitting over 18. It's sitting around $20. That is no joke. So there is going to be lots of volatility this week, and if you can play it, especially when the market is going up or down, and you're on the right side of the market where it actually is going, then you're going to make money. But playing earnings, definitely this gamble would not pay you if you're doing that come Wednesday night on Nvidia. So 190 holds, it can push up to 193, 195. Over that, watch out for 200 to 203, and then this gap comes into play. To the downside, 190 does not hold. Watch out for the support at 185.61, 184, which is the key level. You can see multiple times holding. We went below, trapping bears and going right back up. Because why? This previous all-time high, multiple rejection, and then finally this thing broke out to the upside. That is why so far this is gonna be the main key point come Wednesday night, that 184 range. Because if that gives up, we have some unfinished business down here. And if that's going to happen, that's going to take place. Nvidia coming down, somewhere around 160, 150. Guess what? Market will come down rapidly, especially Nasdaq 100. So I have to redo pretty much everything because we have a split come tomorrow morning, I believe. Let me know if I'm actually wrong. Netflix, they will have the split, and did not really have a good day on Friday. This thing stayed down nearly 4%, so gave back all the gains. And now I don't want to do too much, analysis here on Netflix. We'll see how this thing opens tomorrow, guys. And definitely the chart you see, it's not gonna be the same as you're seeing here. After the split, I have to pretty much redo a lot of the things because this thing will be trading a lot less than what is trading at right now. So Netflix, I'm not gonna talk about it too much. Let's see how it opens up tomorrow, and then from there, after the split, I'll make a nice, clean chart on Netflix, and then we'll talk about that tomorrow night. And that's all I have for you guys in this video, and I'll definitely keep you guys updated.